Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading for you today, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. It's my hope that I can accurately translate these messages so whoever is drawn to this reading, that you find the clarity and peace, joy, and celebration as you become more and more yourself. So, all right. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Use your discernment to decide which messages are for you. All right, let's get going. Cards are popping out. Let's start in your past. I'll be looking at past, present, messages from higher self, your challenges right now, what's hidden, your opportunity, and possible outcome. In your past, we've got the Queen of Cups. This is someone, I'm seeing this person healing their emotions, someone who really understands how to hold space and heal really deep emotions. It feels like this person was healing a lot of feels like a mother wound, overwhelm. It feels like a lot of emotions coming up in the past to be felt and processed and released. Interesting. Okay, there's a card that popped out. It looks like there was someone in your recent past who showed up, possibly a fire sign, something fiery about their energy. They might have been younger. There's something about you healing your emotions, you going within to heal your emotions, that attracted this person to your energy. Boy, and the cards aren't falling out on the table. It feels hidden, or there's something hidden about this. Around, it feels like in the past you felt like your wish didn't come true. Something was really out of balance. You felt really hopeless and just a lot of despair. Loss. This feels like, wow. This is a very dark moment in your past. As you're processing through a lot of really intense emotions, it looks like it was especially intense because of karma. You had some karma ripening. This was someone, it feels like someone showed up in your 3D world, really embodying this toxic karmic energy that's the energetic signature of your mother. Some real dark stuff, woundedness, frenemy energy. Someone who's just this to your face. And they're projecting, though. It's very split energy. And it feels like you Well, part of this is karma, honestly. I feel like this is an old way of being, maybe where you unintentionally kind of matched your mother's energies, these type of frenemy, masked energy, falseness, projecting all of their negativity and limitations onto you. It's like you're jealous of them and you're this and you're that. It's projections, a lot of projections. So it looks like you just went within and held on to your emotions. It feels like you didn't engage. It feels like you're wanting to get off this karma wheel, and your karma ripened and it showed up in your face. And instead of engaging in the same way you always have, you made a different choice. Looks like part of what you were healing is a lot of grief. Oh, a lot of grief. Okay. I think grief of not, mother wound type of grief, abandonment, never really having a connection with your mother that was genuine, loving, caring. Oh my God, there's a lack of care. I think the mother thought this is love, but there's such a lack of care and so much projecting and a lot of competition. Yeah, this is real sad, dark time. I feel like all these projections were around you until you could barely even see the truth of who you are. You were kind of seeing the projections too, and you can see everybody else agreeing with these projections, and it's not you. That's not who you are. Someone with a narrative about who you are. Talking smack. This is not a friend. Feel like something very clear of, oh, okay, I feel like there's some type of clarity of who's really your friend and who says they're your friend. And again, karma, so it feels like whatever this was and whoever this was, this was very important for you to see this, to feel this, because it feels like an old way that you used to behave unconsciously. And let's see. It's about friendship. It's about really being friends. Care. What do friends do to show they care? Well, they can say, "Oh my gosh, I love you." Do they care about you? Do you care? How do you care for yourself? Do you tell your friends how you receive care? There's something about care. That's too many. I'm going to move on. I feel like this whole reading's going to kind of, there's some more, but in the past it feels like there's a lot of confusion and a lot of just pain, emotional pain and grief and sadness. In present time, we've got the Moon card. Something's hidden under those emotions. I feel like the new moon that's coming out on the 15th of September, I think 14th, 15th, new moon. It feels like you're ready to, wow, I just rip the Band-Aid off. Really see aspects of yourself that have been hidden. Stories that you've told yourself about yourself that are hidden. Some aspect of who you are. You're not your projections. I'm also getting the reflection. The people who've been around you are a reflection of how you perceive the world, how you perceive yourself, how you perceive your world, the stories that you tell yourself. And so I feel like there's something coming through in this present time energy about really being able to see yourself clearly. Where you're very rigid and where you're wild. What else do we need to know about present energy? If these messages are resonating, please hit that like button. Really love to grow this channel. Okay. So this is something about the past in the present energy. Something's coming very clear about why things haven't gone your way, why you haven't been able to manifest your dreams. Ooh, it looks like some of you have been trying to manifest from the ego, not the heart. But it looks like you're transmuting this energy, really healing. It feels refreshing. It feels like you cleaning out that heart space, sacral, because it feels like you've been unconsciously manifesting through that sacral a lot of karmic activities, a lot of egoic energies, wanting to appear a certain way, wanting others to perceive you in a certain way. It feels like you're just letting that go and allowing yourself to show up as you are. You're also realizing that confusion, how you've been, it's like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see this about myself. So I keep myself, it's kind of like la, 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 just, it's like, I want to have things turn out the way it feels like you're trying to write your own story and others. That's what it is. It feels like control, and it's coming out of fear because, it's from fear. I'm trying to control the narrative. And it's keeping you out of flow. Interesting. You have a lot of abundance coming in. Lasting abundance. There's something about your stability, whatever is coming up to be released, and it feels like a lot. It's going to clear a lot of this, whatever has been blocking your abundance, whatever has been blocking your stability and security, lasting. feels very related to some unconscious karma that you've had and created, and no longer participating with that mother wound energy. Yeah, the karma. Your karma has been ripening. Feel like you could perceive what's happening outside, to you, what's happening, how others are treating you. You could choose to really dive into victimhood or an old pattern, and instead it feels like you're like, I want to do something different. I want to get off this wheel of karma. I want to heal this, even if it's inconvenient. Even if I've been trying to avoid this, because I want to come out of this mental confusion. And it looks like you are. You're coming out of a nightmare of like, why does this keep happening? Why do I keep receiving this? And it feels like you do something differently. And that makes all the difference. Not repeating the same pattern, not being hooked in and taking orders from your ego and worrying about how others are perceiving you. It feels like going within and finding your own energy and nullifying these projections. It feels like the time that we're talking about is very recent. Even though we're talking about a mother wound, this all feels pretty tight right now. What's up? All right. Messages from your higher self, King of Swords. Yeah, it's once these emotions move through, it feels like processing some unresolved traumas, so you can get to clarity and head over heart. It looks like you're needing to make some head over heart decisions about the people. Feels like you get some clarity about who you are moving forward, that this needed to happen so you can find this clarity. And it feels like you might be cutting some people out of your life, or communicating in a very honest way. I don't feel like you're going to go back into whatever this has been happening and like dig in and say, hey, let's, but if they come towards you again in that same, they're trying to re-engage whoever this is who's been kind of your reflection of your karma. I feel like you're going to create really healthy boundaries, and I feel like this energy does not like the truth, and so I don't feel like you're going to dredge up the past. I feel like you're ready to just get off that karmic wheel. But if they do come towards you, if they're looking for healing with truth, it feels like you will be very, I'm hearing brutal truth. I see you. I feel like you see this person very clearly. Why you see them so clearly is because this is an old version of you who just showed up, very unhealed. This person's a gift, but also not a gift you want to keep around. Wow. It's time to, it feels like, wow. It feels like this energy really helps you find stability. feel because you've let go of a lot of projections, a lot of limitations, a lot of competition energy, a lot of not enough, a lack of care. Oh, this mother wound energy that's coming out, there's a lot of like needing care and not receiving it. I feel like this person you thought would care, like nurture, and instead they showed up in that mother wound energy. And so you had to nurture and take care of yourself. And in doing so, you become more stable, more abundant, because you're not engaging in that karma. And yeah, you're not engaging in that Five of Swords energy, that competition, that brutality, that power struggle, just mean girl, frenemy. It's it also might show up for some of you as a family member, just doing that unconscious thing. A lack of care for you. And I feel like you've changed enough. You're like, that just doesn't, I care more for myself now. And so this level of care is unacceptable. It feels like healthy boundaries. Your challenge is to heal that broken heart. It feels like you learn to make this nest wherever you are. Could be right in the middle of work and a busy day, and you go into this, I'm just going to pull my energy back to me, and I'm going to heal this. No matter how weird it looks, no matter how uncomfortable or social norms, or you're supposed to be happy, or it feels like you're like, no, this actually is the healthy thing to do, to be honest with myself and heal myself. I don't need to show up for others as everything's fine. I'm working through some shit. I'm not asking for help. I'm not a victim. I am just healing. I don't think you realize how empowering that is. Even for those around you, those who are going to judge you are going to judge you anyway. Even if you showed up and the best, your favorite mask or masks, and they're going to judge you anyway. Your challenge is not to see this reading, if this has been resonating, and this difficulty as anything other than a victory and success. Feels like you're really judging this because you want to show up somehow, like, and instead you show up heartbroken and broken and in lesson and receiving karma and confused, but it feels like you work your way through it. If this is resonating, nothing, if you're like, I wish it would have happened differently, instead of appreciating what this is amazing, this is real. Feels like you're really judging yourself. Maybe that's part of it. Or wanting things to be different than they are. Or trying to go back and change something in the past instead of, I've gleaned the wisdom from this, and so moving forward, I'm different. All right. What's hidden? 3 of Pentacles. Oh, What's hidden is that things are actually working out better than you planned, better than you thought. Excuse me. I think you're releasing ideal versions of yourself and how you've been taught to how you're supposed to show up instead of just being yourself. This is apparently who I am right now. And being authentic and being truthful and honest. It feels like what's hidden is someone sees you. Someone really sees the authenticity. I think there's a dark horse in the race here. Someone really sees you. I feel like you really see this person too. Okay, anything more? This person sees you as very stable and abundant, very independent. You're incredibly independent and powerful. But there's been some lies. Feels like this person is confused because it does feel like someone is feels like whoever this is showing up in this mother wound energy in your 3D feels like they're saying things about you to this person, and they don't resonate. There's something doesn't seem right with what this person is, the storyline someone is projecting onto you, but it feels like this person actually sees you, and so they're trying to figure out, like, is my intuition off about this person? Did I not see this person? Did I get charmed by this person? Is this person a bad person? It feels like you or they like pulled back your energy, stopped communicating. Because, they stopped communicating because they're in the projection too. They're taken in by the gossip, by the competition energy, by the mean girl energy. I mean, guys can be in that mean girl energy too, coming from jealousy, competition, ego, wanting to win. Yeah, so it looks like this person feels like wow. They saw you, but then they're really in these projections, and the projections stop them from connecting with you. So if this person's in lesson and projections and other people's projections, maybe they still trust what other people say about others instead of trusting your own intuition. Anything more about this? Anything else we need to know? Looks like this person's working. They're focused on work, and they're building something. Building something they're very, they've got a skill that they've mastered, and they're really working on that. That's interesting because I think this person is seeing you more as where you guys connect is pentacles. Maybe you're meant to work with this person, or there's some type of stability that you enjoy with each other. But right now, I think what's hidden is this person they are believing the projections and what's said about you. And I feel like you're just like, okay, I don't want to have to convince someone of who I am. If you can't see me and the truth, then okay, I don't want to have to convince anybody. That's what you're like. If you can't see through projections, I'm learning how to do that. And it's not about trying to convince someone. I feel like that's a karmic wheel that you're also letting go. Whew. A lot of karma released. All right. Your opportunity is the Hierophant in reverse. Oh, interesting. It feels like you go to a very untraditional space. Something very outside of your comfort zone, something very different than anything that you've ever experienced. And it feels like you lose your connection with source, or it feels like if you've felt pinched off from source energy alone, you're never alone. You're never separated. You're never actually separated from source, but you can create that feeling. It feels like you went really deep because, that's where the root of this energy was, really deep. Looks like you're ready to deep dive. Go to those really dark places. I'm seeing like someone like a deep dive, free dive person holding their breath and just going down and down, willing to go so deep within to unroot these patterns, these karmic lessons. Yes, this popped up. The devil energy, to put that in your rear view. Feels like a lot of toxic patterns as a soul, karmic, and in your family line as well. How you relate to those around you. This is a huge opportunity, for clarity, to see the truth, to see yourself truthfully. It feels like you uncover aspects of yourself that you wanted to hide from. Anything else in the opportunity? Feels complete. All right, so moving on to possible outcome, 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're wounded right now, tired, recovering, or this is the outcome. It feels like you realize in a very clear way, with that clarity, the opportunity for some clarity of who's allowed closer to you, who really is your friend versus a frenemy. Feels like you are less dupable. Doesn't feel like you're very victim-y about this. You're like, okay, my bad. I thought this was something and you were someone different, doesn't mean you're going to say that. It feels like you're just like, boundary. I see you now. I feel like you see this person and you know who they are because they're, like I said, an old version of yourself. And you're like, God, I feel like you're seeing an old version of yourself. And I feel like your heart breaks open. Like how mean. Maybe you're seeing things about yourself that, like a past version of yourself, that you're like, wow, this is a tough reflection. Wow. And it's about friendships. It's about who really is your friend and who isn't. Just because they say you're your friend. Yeah, someone who's really in that lie energy. It also feels like someone, it feels like manipulation. Feels like after this you're really clear around mental manipulation. And this gives you there's a new opportunity. Again, pentacles. There's something about what's happening right now that's freeing up your abundance, freeing up something around work and your finances that this energy has been blocking, has been really blocking your ability to feel stable and secure in your environment, because it is a mother wound and it feels like you've never really felt that safety and comfortability that you've been looking for, that you always want. The care from your environment. Ooh. Yep. Wow. Just as I was looking at this card, my heart just like, oh my gosh. Three of Swords in reverse. It's like you're healing that heart space. I love this image of it's the vice versa tarot deck. And so on this imagery, you can see this guy is reflecting back at this heartache, at where these swords came from, what happened, and the emotions coming through to heal this. So much heartache that you're coming out of. It was in reverse, so it feels like you're really healing heartache. You're really understanding it and taking responsibility and caring the truth of it. I care enough to see where I have betrayed myself, where I've continued to stay in these karmic lessons, where I have acted in a unconscious way and sabotaged connections, hurting people. Feels like you come out of grief. And it also feels like you realize in a very profound way what care is, how that energy shows up for you, in how you model it for yourself, I'm surprised the Ace of Cups hasn't shown up, how you care for yourself, how you love yourself, getting out of your head space and getting into your heart space, into your feminine energy, and just allow what's happening to happen without trying to constantly tell a story or create some storyline. It feels like you're realizing who's not your friends. You're making and it's not really, I mean, yeah, it does feel like some people have really shown you who shows up for you and who cares for you. in the way that you want to be cared for. It's individual. And who has shown up and chronically shown you they don't care. You might be like, ah, and then you're like, wait, this isn't care. This hurts. Why does this always hurt when I see this person? After interacting with this person, I'm drained. I feel hurt. I feel wounded, even though nothing has come up. There's some kind of pattern where you're like, wait a minute, I don't leave these interactions with this person feeling really good about myself and fantastic. I leave these interactions feeling confused, hurt, cut off, like drained, exhausted. That got your attention. And I feel like you're cutting some people out and you're really healing. I think really bringing balance and a healing energy. And again, there's it feels like this clears away. It somehow clears away energy so you're able to be seen. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought it was the Ace of Cups. It's the Ten of Cups. That is the Ace of Cups in this deck. But I think you don't see that. I think you see the self-love, like I just talked about, and you're so focused on how do I love and care for myself, which is fantastic. And you're actually at 10 of Cups. There's something amazing about this clearing, this healing that leads to ultimate happiness. And it's not about convincing others to love you and see you clearly. It is just going within and seeing yourself very clearly. And the more that you are able to really honestly see yourself and have and love all those parts of yourself, even the parts that you feel or have been told are unlovable, and loving all those parts of who you are, I feel that you don't recognize that people are already starting to see you. I think because your willingness to see yourself, you're finally really seeing a lot of who you are. Feels like it's going to be hard to hide who you are now. So, all right, I hope that was helpful. Had such a wonderful weekend at the Unison Festival, and it's right across the border in New Mexico from Colorado. I'm in Colorado, so it was amazing. I've never been to any kind of experience like that before, and it was wow. So anyway. So I'm a little behind. If you are a subscriber, I'm a little behind on videos and readings, but I'm really excited. I love this space so much, and so much happened over the weekend that I couldn't wait to unpack and see how I could learn from all the energies as well. So, all right. Take care, friends. Bye.